Alrighty, hello everyone out there in nice and brilliant huge amounts in Atlantis, meow. I'm pretty in a comfortable position right now, and I landed my ass on my cozy armchair, and actually this is gonna be like not too short, not too long story of tonight. My story of tonight. I can't fucking believe I'm doing my story of tonight. What I'm going to be doing after my video shoot, I'll be all keeping that stuff in secret. But what I've done, I kind of like wanted to share some ideas, some idea, maybe some thoughts about what I was doing all this, like the later part of my today's day, probably near in my evening time. I was pondering why not to take shower. Excuse me. And I took a shower. Actually, I ran a bath for myself by myself, and I fucking laid there and did fucking nothing except what I'm except the things I'm gonna tell you. And I rarely, if I remember correctly, I've never done such things like describing activities during taking shower or laying in bath. Let's just branch out a little, just not in a big, not in an annoying way, just slightly. Why not, right? And do those things. Maybe I will let them go, and we'll be doing them interchangeably as my ideas marinate in my head. You know how the stuff it gives down. Needs no other words around that. My regard of what I do here and for what purpose I do what I do and how I do what I do in the process of doing that stuff. And if you still with me, if you haven't switched this shit off, then I applaud you for doing so, for tolerating my shits as they unveil. And back to the story. I got fucking sidetracked again, as I regularly do my videos here on my channel. And I being sidetracked is not something bad or good. It's like you go, and your ideas sort about what might be related to something about, like maybe random, you haven't planned that stuff to happen, that stuff that just became sounds of your own and you externalized, or for tips what you were doing, and for maybe without the reason of doing those things you explained how they went, and that's fine from my perception. So guys, what I was doing regarding pertaining to my laying in the bath activity, and actually I landed my ass in the bath, and with hot water, pretty hot, not extremely hot. I don't want to be boiled or something. They provide us with not extremely hot water. Be sure they care about your bodies not to be burned by hot water. They just keep that temperature that barely could reach the comforting point in terms of not being so cold. And it's not cold. I'm not whining here. I'm not just lambasting those utility guys. I'm not about that at all. My issue tonight. Maybe later I will. Who knows? So back to the track. The track is I'm laying there, and I was just thinking about something while I'm with girls, and I was reminiscing about those times. So when we were all without internet connection, had to figure out girls in our heads. If you're a man, you relate with what I'm saying. Again, I'm not gonna be diving into much details, but I was pondering on around the point of girls, and naked girls and women, and then I just came up with the I deduced why not to scrub my neck, scrub my face, and I did actually, and I washed my ears one by one by soaping them, and I soaked them, and then I remove the excess of soap with water after washing them carefully one by one, left or went after the right one, or vice versa. I don't remember the order in which they followed, so it's not important. The important point here is just to keep speaking about what I've done, and that's just the purpose purpose of tonight. Let's put it this way. If you do not agree, then you know what to do, right? So yes, I washed my ears, I washed my face, I rinsed it after soaping that, and then washing it. I just rinsed it once again, and after that I soaped my head and I washed my hair, and I was doing it for too fucking long, maybe several minutes. I was scrubbing, soaping, and finally I did, and I removed the excess of soap with washing it intensively out from my out using my simple glass with size, like simple fucking glass. I know fucking do. I always like using simple things and items, and that glass made glass lives its happy life inside my bath premise, and I use it for 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 its purpose, for its initial purpose of its existence. And after washing my hands, nice. Am I nice? Yes, I am. I know. No hard feelings. If you disagree, then again, go your own way. I wanna see you doing whatever you're doing. Show me. And I just combed combed my hair after I stepped out from my bath, and when I was drying my skin by rubbing by rubbing it with my beloved towel, with her hands not far from my PC, behind this wall, in front of which these just camera and sort of things are installed. You don't know, see that happy towel with stripes with stripes being like indigo color and white stripes, so they go interchangeable. I bought it at Turkey when I was there. I don't remember fucking the year in which it was happening, but I remember pretty vividly myself buying that thing in local market or local mall. I don't remember the location at what this activity went went on, but that was the fact of my life and still is. And after that, I just dried her by whatever, using my towel. I dried up her, just in good meaning, not just bad relation of that word. I dried up, and then I put my t-shirt below one with maroon color, which I'm wearing right now pretty proudly, and that was that. Yeah, that was my story of how I took shower, how I was just scrubbing something, soaping something, rinsing something, and cleaning my body and my head and my thoughts and brushing them after that. And after that, I just came up with my solution. Not so weird though, but as soon as you're my colleague, you know how this stuff happens here on my channel. I just came up with a ordinary ubiquitous solution, maybe probably the most just usual thing that I want to follow. I deduced to make my video shoot up tonight, and I'm doing this for you. Yeah, as soon as I have something in my mind, I will be often rising with new facts in my life as they appear in my mind, and until then, just to be good and be always just slightly ahead of what you want to do, and you'll be there. And be just in good shape, physical shape, and in a good mind condition. And as soon as you get your whatever effervescence leading you to some good point, then you'll be feeling even more comfortable and be enjoying that process of going there. And if you again get what I say, then again probably you're Native American, Native whatever, Australian, Canadian. I feel you all, guys and gals. Thanks again for being with me tonight, and for practicing whatever you're practicing. I was practicing my adorable American. If you were practicing your listening abilities, listen to my shit, then I applaud you for doing so. And always be good, and thanks again for being with me tonight, and that's about it, and I gotta roll. Bye.